Praying for wisdom, gotta have it. See the world for what it is, it's not extravagant. You know what hit the fan, I was fanning it. If land is all corrupt, remove ourselves like a Kaepernick. It's sacrilege, so I popped the tent and dwell in it. For 7 days, had to learn the ways, y'all commanded it forever. I'm wide awake, heathens still sleep on the message. I gotta keep the Bible wide open on the dresser. The Most High say to be strong under pressure, and he never give you more than you can handle like a lever. Enemies, gotta be the enemy. Anytime we going up, he trying to take our energy. Enemies, gotta be the enemy. Anytime we going up, he trying to take our energy.
It's pretty simple if you think about it. To control the population, you have to control the people messaging the population. Some of these stars have 20, 30 million followers. That's more followers than CNN, Fox, ABC, NBC. These people have to be controlled. They can't just go off the message and start saying whatever they want to say. They have to be somewhat reined in. They have to be controlled, or they do not get the platform to have the voice that they have.
Shalom, I hope you all are doing well. I'm blessed and I'm back again with a quick video. It has been a while, but I am back. I want to start by asking a simple question. How many of you are aware that the mass majority of population is being controlled? Of course, not in an obvious way, not by force, but through information. Because if you want to control a people, you don't start with the people themselves. You start with those who are putting the message out to them. When you control the voices, the platforms, and what is consistently repeated, you influence how people think, what they believe, and eventually how they move. And once you understand that, a lot of what we're seeing today begins to make sense.
This is not prophecy, but prediction. If this was predicted 27 years ago, somebody knew something. Okay, here's the list. This is an abbreviated list. I could have made it much longer. You know I can. I didn't. Okay, you ready for the list? Fast mutating viral disease pandemics. Genetically developed vaccines. DNA database tracking. DNA chips. Get this one. 1997. Gene-based pharmaceuticals. Transmitting genetic instructions for a disease process. How about this one? You ready for it? Wait for it. Artificial intelligence to determine gene patterns. 27 years ago, who had heard about AI? Apparently they had. How about this one? Robots for doing genome sequencing. And then, this one blew me away. Using recombinant DNA for making spike proteins. 1997? It gets even worse. Smart homes. They have a whole chapter on smart homes / smart cities. This one will absolutely floor you. It did me. In 1997, and this is, you can do the word search and research yourself. They predicted, not 2025, but by 2020, that people would be working from home virtually. Come on. Nuclear devices causing widespread contamination. Nanotech devices. This stuff was never even heard of. Digital currency. And last but certainly not least, vaccination programs. I'm sorry, I got to chuckle. Because if I don't, I'll cry. Vaccination programs run by organizations like the World Health Organization for a global killer that has yet to emerge. First printing, February.
Our society is run by insane people for insane objectives. You know,
Yeah.
And I think that's what I sussed when I was 16 and 12 way down the line, but I expressed it differently all through my life. It's the same thing I'm expressing all the time. But now I can put it into that sentence that I think we're being run by maniacs for maniacal ends, you know. If anybody can put on paper what our government and the American government, etc., and the Russian, Chinese, what they are actually trying to do, you know, on what they think they're doing, I'd be very pleased to know what they think they're doing. I think they're all insane, you know, but I'm liable to be put away as insane for expressing that. You know, that's what's insane about it.
You see, the same ones who are influencing the narrative also own the systems. They own the land, the resources, the corporations, the platforms, and the infrastructure people depend on every day. From housing to food, from medicine to media, ownership determines access. And when everything you need to survive is owned by a small few, dependence replaces freedom. This isn't about wealth alone, it's about control through ownership, where participation is allowed, but true independence is not. And this is why freedom today often feels limited, even when it's promised. You can work, but you don't truly own. You can earn, but you remain dependent. You can speak, but only within permitted boundaries. Everything is leased, regulated, monitored, or licensed, and the illusion of choice masks the reality of control. This system isn't built for people to thrive freely. It's built for people to remain connected, compliant, and continuously dependent.
You stop for a second and you just look at the bigger picture and you check out for a minute and you kind of compare the ancient times to today. Well, back then they had like what, demigods and gods. They were like Achilles, Hercules, Apollo, Mercury. All these were demigods. And that's who the people in those days looked up to. Well, today we have all these people like Jay-Z, Rihanna, Beyonce, Lady Gaga, Katy Perry. In film, we have Brad Pitt, Will Smith. We have all these big stars. And the way they prop them up and they put them up on stage is like they're gods or demigods.
In this room are some of the most important teams.
And this is where celebrity culture comes into play. You see, many people look up to public figures, entertainers, and stars as role models, trendsetters, and voices of influence. What they wear, what they say, how they live, and what they promote becomes aspirational. And most people don't stop to ask why the same faces are constantly elevated, protected, and platformed. These individuals don't rise by accident. They are placed, sponsored, and amplified because they help normalize certain values, behaviors, and worldviews. Through music, fashion, performances, interviews, and imagery, messages are pushed subtly, repeatedly, and emotionally. And because admiration lowers discernment, the audience often absorbs the message without questioning the source of the intention behind it. When influence is concentrated in a few highly visible figures, guiding the mindset of the masses become easy. These celebrities, they don't just entertain, they shape culture, define success, and model behavior. And because their influence is delivered through music, art, and glamour, it rarely feels instructional. It feels inspirational. But inspiration without discernment can quickly become imitation, leading people to adopt values and mindsets they never consciously chose.
That's the truth. They work for us. We have the power. We decide what's hot. If we don't go, nobody goes. If we don't support, nobody supports. We control what's cool. We control what's hot. We control what your kids listen to, what they dance to. We control what's in video games. We control how they wear their pants, sag their pants. We control everything. That's the truth.
Let me make this very simple so nobody gets confused. There are a few old families, very old, who learned something powerful a long time ago. If you control the money, you control the world. So instead of fighting wars or running countries directly, they built central banks, not government banks, private banks that pretend to be national. They decide interest rates. They decide when the economy grows and when it crashes. They decide who becomes rich and who stays desperate. If a country wants to build roads, schools, hospitals, they don't use their own money. They borrow it from these families' banks. And once you owe someone money, they own you. Simple. But money alone isn't enough. People need a story to believe in. So religion steps in, not your personal faith, not the one you pray with at night. I mean the institutional religion, gold ceilings, marble floors, crown and throne religion. The kind that tells you to obey authority because God said so. Then the media repeats that story. Academics explain why it makes sense. And intelligence agencies make sure no politician steps out of line. They watch everyone, they collect secrets, and they use those secrets to control. So, what you think are separate parts of society, banks, media, it's all one system, one machine, different faces, same mind.
1 Timothy 6:10 tells us that for the love of money is the root of all evil. At the core of all of this is money. The world is controlled by money and controlled through money. It determines who has power, who has access, and who gets a voice. Entire systems are built around it, governments answer to it, corporations protect it, and people spend their entire lives chasing it just to survive. Decisions that affect millions are often made not based on what's right, but on what's profitable. And when money becomes the highest authority, morality becomes negotiable, truth becomes inconvenient, and people become expendable. This is why control doesn't always look like force. It looks like dependence, debt, and survival tied to a system people can't escape.
You can work hard in America to pay your house off, have a retirement fund, make sure your kids get the education they need to be independent and not need you, and still lose everything. This government, this world is set up for you to lose, guys. And not only is it set up for you to lose, they give you food, they put the food with no regulations on it in your country to make the majority of people in this country get a certain sickness. Do you know what that is? It's cancer. And do you know that once they allow you to get sick, or your lifestyle, not even your lifestyle, just being here gets you sick, as soon as you go to the doctor for them to try and save your life, they take everything you own. Your home, your money, your vehicles, everything you own will be put in jeopardy once you get sick. They're going to put a lien on your house. But I'm making this video today to put you in the loop. You don't have to lose everything you own. I'm going to tell you exactly how to control everything and own nothing in America. And that's the safest thing you can do. Guys, this might not matter to some of you because you don't have anything. You don't have a house. You don't have, your net worth is zero. I'm talking to the people who actually have something. Put your assets in a trust. You are the person who is the overseer of that trust. Once all of your assets are in that trust, you own nothing. The trust owns your assets, but you control it. So now, later on in life, if you get sick, right? You can go to the doctor and say, I don't have anything. I don't have any money. I don't have a home. I don't have vehicles. I don't have nothing. I have zero, right? And they have to take care of you for free. Control everything, own nothing. Play the game that the rich have been playing for years and years and years. You are a fool if you wait until you get sick to put your affairs in order so that the government does not take everything you worked for. I'm out.
This is where it becomes even more personal. People get sick, experience emergencies, or go through unexpected hardship, and suddenly everything they work for is at risk. Medical bills pile up, time away from work increases, and before long, homes are threatened. Cars are possessed, savings disappear, and stability is stripped away. Not because people failed, but because the system is designed to extract until there's nothing left. It takes your time, your health, labor, money, and peace. And when people are no longer productive, it continues to take through debt, fees, interest, and penalties. Every stage of life becomes monetized, from education to healthcare to survival itself. And when someone finally reaches a breaking point, the system doesn't pause or show mercy. It accelerates. What was once owned is reclaimed. What was earned is absorbed. And what was built over a lifetime can be stripped away in a matter of months. And this isn't accidental. It's a structure built to drain, not to restore. And once you see that, you understand why so many people feel trapped, exhausted, and disposable.
Did you know government literally means control mind?
2025 will go down as the year where we all realized, oh, all these big corporations and the government hate the people that they say that they serve. They're not here to help us. They are here to take all of your money and assist in helping you lose all of your limbs and your teeth. You know, in Latin, the word government, right? The word govern in Latin is to restrict or control. And the word ment, M-E-N-T, is the Latin root for the word mind. So the word government in Latin literally is like restrict your mind or control your mind.
Stay weird.
It's the government.
So I'm not, showing all this to create any type of fear, but awareness. Once you see how this system works, you stop blaming yourself and start moving with discernment. True freedom begins with understanding, and understanding allows people to make wiser choices about what they depend on and what they chase and who they listen to. Awareness doesn't change the system overnight, but it changes the person navigating it. Thank you all for listening, and may the Most High Baruch all deserving. And remember Matthew 24 and verse 13. He that endures until the end, the same shall be saved. And until my next video, Shalom.